I paid £45 for a broken 3DS XL. It has a blue light of death, so let's see if we can try and fix it. Okay, so here's the system itself. It's in pretty good condition, but when it arrived, I've had this for a couple of months now. When it arrives, there were problems outside of the blue light of death. The first problems that I noticed was this screw was missing and all the covers were missing. And if we look up top here, you can see the adhesive underneath. Now to me that tells me that this top screen has been changed. Also, when I took it apart, I found that the O-ring underneath this thumbstick is completely missing. And when I was doing my investigating, I accidentally broke the L button ribbon, but I've already replaced that, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's just turn it on and I'll show you the problem that it arrived with. So when you power it on, it just hangs on this blue light. We get absolutely no crackle from the speaker. We get no flash on either of the screens. Usually on the DS systems, when you go to turn it on and it's a blue light of death, you can actually get a hint as to what the problem is. Usually what would happen is either the top screen would flash, the bottom screen would flash, and you'd get like a crackle from the speaker. So it would give you a hint. But on these 3DS XL systems, you don't get that. So I know this battery is working because I've charged it and it is giving us the blue light. So my plan for this is, because I think the top screen's already been replaced, I've actually bought a lower screen. Now I did watch a video somewhere and I can't find it again. You know when you watch a video and then you go to look at it again later and you just absolutely can't find it. You go in your history and you can't seem to find it. But there was an instance where somebody had a similar issue and changing the lower LCD did fix the system. But if that doesn't work, we're going to have to put the board under a microscope and have a look around, because like I said, I've been in this before and I have no idea what the problem is. This was the one that I snapped, but as you can see I've already fitted a new one. If the lower LCD doesn't fix this and we can't find a problem on the board, then we're going to have to tackle the hinge from hell. Now I haven't actually been through that yet and taken that top LCD out, since it looks like it has already been changed, but there's a possibility that the ribbons under here are damaged. This Wi-Fi board I have actually put into the 3DS that we fixed on another video to see if it works, and it did work, because these Wi-Fi boards are main culprit in the DS family for stopping the system from working, but this is definitely working because I've tested it. This thumbstick did have a problem when it arrived to me, and I'll show you what that is. And the problem with it is there should be a black kind of almost like a washer that sits under here, and I presume that that's something to do with the potentiometer maybe, and that's just completely missing from this system. You just want to lift it up because there are ribbons on the back side. Okay, so here's this other ribbon. And this is our motherboard. We may get to inspecting this later if the lower LCD doesn't fix our problem. So all we do to get this lower LCD out is open it slightly and just pop it out. So this is the lower LCD, and it doesn't look as if this one has been replaced. So I got this from AliExpress, and I also got a new digitizer because I didn't fancy taking that one off and putting on this. This doesn't come with any kind of protection over the LCD, which is strange. You'd think there'd be a peel on it, but there isn't. But here's the digitizer. Now I've never actually put one of these on before, so this is going to be a first time. So it's got a front peel on it and a back peel. I want to leave the front peel on until we've got this where it needs to be. So it comes with this pull tab. And want to be careful here that we don't get any dust or anything trapped underneath. And it has that secondary pull tab there, which is taking off the adhesive cover, I believe. Trying my best not to get any fingerprints on the backside. So how does this line up? Is that it? And I'll peel this off. Okay, so here's our new LCD and digitizer. If I remember correctly, these were bottom side. Should just hopefully be able to drop that in. Maybe open it up a bit. Okay, that feels nice. It's in there. This is the new thumbstick assembly that I ordered, and this is the washer that comes with it. I'm just going to use the washer because I think the rest of the thumbstick is working just fine. Well, I hope so anyway. Obviously, I don't know because it's not being on. So you really want to press this into the grooves, and it should just kind of stick into the notches in place. We don't want to trap that antenna underneath. Just realised I trapped the Wi-Fi antenna. Should just be able to grab that out. Alright, so I've just put this together just enough to test. I've got a couple of screws in holding this board down and holding the thumbstick down. I don't recommend doing this, but I'm just going to do it. So make sure if you are going to do it, then you line up the battery correctly onto the right terminals and just turn it on. Blue light. Nothing. Let's give it a few seconds. Nope, this thing's still stone dead. Oh no. So I've been probing around under the microscope and I haven't found any shorts on any capacitors or anything. So I think that this is a resistor and it does have a continuous path, if you can hear that, but I don't think resistors are supposed to have a continuous path. I mean, I may be wrong, but there's a similar looking component here, but much smaller, and that doesn't have a continuous path. I've measured it on resistance mode, and it's given me a reading of 0.25 on the lowest setting. So I'm not sure what to think about that. None of the other resistors on the board are behaving like that. Sadly, I'm not able to fix this today. That little resistor thing that I found, I think that was such low resistance that it was giving continuity. I don't know if that's normal or not, if I'm being completely honest. That upper LCD, I mean, I'm trusting someone else's work there that is a new working one or a known working one. So I don't think that's the fault. I tested every capacitor on the board that I could find. None of them were shorted to ground. If you think I've missed something or you know known causes for this issue on the 3DS XL, the original 3DS XL that is, then please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to get it working.